conference will now be recorded.
Good evening, all. Hope you can hear me. If you can hear me, please respond me in a chat box saying that one. Yes, thank you. So, have you all got your SAP software installed, everyone? Aishwarya, why ma? What happened? Okay, see, as soon as you come to Bangalore, you can come to NICT center and get it installed. Or you will be having a software from any of your friends, you can copy it. Then you can try to install. If you don't want to take a risk, you better directly come to NICT center of Jainagar. You will get its software. And any others who has not yet got? Who's this? Someone like your friend has messaged for class. Please, can I please receive the link? It is the same thing, right? Okay. So now we will continue with the class. Okay. So first I'll give some other topics which has to be covered before we enter into a practical. That I'll finish it off and then we will go with next one. Hope you all can see my screen. Okay. So in a previous class, we were discussing about as ABAP methodology, that is ASAP methodology, how it is going to, uh, how we have to implement SAP software for our system. This is what we were looking for. So now, if you have any doubts in that topic, you can let me know. Okay. So now what I will do, we will just understand the continuation of things which we started. We have discussed about the company and branches, right? So in continuation to this, I have some more things to discuss. We will do that. Hope you have heard about this groups of company. Can you give any examples if you remember or anything relate to this? Any examples you can give me? Okay, let me tell you this. Groups of company means where there is many businesses taken care under one roof, which means a owner of a business. Suppose if you are the owner, right? Owner of business, that means a shareholder. Owner of the business, any businesses if you are starting. Okay, so they are making some investments. So they become what? The shareholder. So this shareholder will start a business, another business. Take an example. Now MCC is having a institution. Institutions, right? Institution like college, school, anything. It is having a institutions. Then next one, it will also start another business. Maybe they are running some NGO. Okay, so MCC is having a supermarket, or we will say just directly something into electronic goods. So MCC Digital, then MCC Finance. So this all the businesses which I'm suggesting you, maybe it is institutions or it is corporations. Okay, so here NGO Cooperative Limited, then this is a private limited company, and this is again a limited company. So maybe all are private limited or one and the same business. Now what I want to do is all these things which are there, all of this are individual business unit. When we say it as individual business unit, it means it is registered as per Companies Act. Okay, individual business unit which is registered as per the Companies Act of that particular country. So now all this company is been started by a shareholder. Take it as Mr. X, or there is some other person, Mr. Y, Mr. Z, Mr. all those person. The same person is starting all these businesses. To manage all these businesses, we call it as groups of company. Groups of company. Let me give you another example. Okay, so we have here Tata Groups. Tata Groups. Tata Groups is having so many businesses, right? Tata Steel, Tata Power, Chroma, ITC, TCS. All these are the different business. All these are the different businesses of Tata. So this all the businesses is managed, is been started by a person, the Tata Group's owner, right? So let me take another example. Who is the owner of Tata Groups? Yes, any answer? You can answer me or you can also put it in a chat box.
Ratan Tata.
Yes, Adeline Serena. So you will be having the shares, that is he has started a different businesses. Even if you take it as subsidiary company means like you have this Titan, Tanishq, Carrot Line. These are the other businesses where Tata first it has taken a shares, later it has acquired the business. Now, all those things also comes under Tata Groups of company. And if we take it as Bajaj Groups, Bajaj Groups of company, then we have Bajaj Finance, Then we have Bajaj bike vehicle. Then you have Bajaj holidays or Bajaj appliances. So all these are the different businesses which is been started by this one person or the other person, one or the other person having the majority of shares in the company. Maybe it is a subsidiary company or fully under 100% of shares. So in that case, only this individual business unit will get registered under Companies Act. Then what about this groups of company? Groups of company will not be registered. It is only a controlling unit of other businesses. Then in case if you are going to maintain financial records of any company, right? If we are going to maintain the financial records of any businesses, what we have to do, how to record those things, then you are not required to do the accounting for all the companies, all the group companies. Individual business units, what you are having, for all the individual business unit, you have to do separately. Or we will go with the group companies. I'm asking you whether you are required to prepare the financial records for individual business units or for the group companies.
Individual.
Individual. Why not for the group company? Okay. See what happens. We will prepare it for individual business unit only. Okay, this is required because we have to submit all this for the departments. Which department? You may require for GST, you may require for sales department, you may require for income tax, that is TDS. TDS you may have, income tax you may have some reports that has to be submitted for MCA. All these reports for individual business unit. If I'm running a business, my business is having a transactions, daily activities, buying, selling, manufacturing, advertising, marketing, expenses, income. All these things are the event that is carried in my business. In order to have all this information, we will record the transaction. This transactions is required to pay a tax. How much tax we are paying it, how much tax we are collecting, and how much profit we have made. On the profit, what is the tax we have to pay? All the calculations we have to do, and then we have to file the returns to the respective department in each and every portals wherever it is needed, required by the department, that is government. And why we don't prepare this financial statement for the group company? Financial statement or financial reports is not required for financial report for group. Okay, financial report for groups is not required by the department. Okay, so none of the government is asking you to give this, not for government. Then who will ask this? No one will ask until and unless if the group company, who is this group company? The group company means the shareholders or any investors, board of directors, all these people, if they are wanted to know the consolidated statement, then you will have to prepare this report, or else it is not required. For department, for the government, if you are submitting, then in that case, you will have to prepare it for individual business unit only. It is not mandatory to prepare for a group's company. Group's company is required only when it is requested by any of the board of directors or investors, shareholders. In that case, we will prepare. Okay, maybe the other end users or customers, any other people, if they are asking, then you will have to prepare this, or else it is not required. Okay, so that's the difference between the groups of companies and the individual business unit. Now, next step, we have already discussed about this subsidiary company. Subsidiary company, so which means the same thing, the majority of shares, or if you are investing in that company, in that case, you will become that company becomes your subsidiary company. So, as I gave you an example of Tata. Tata has invested in Carrot Lane. Okay, Carrot Lane. Carrot Lane is a diamonds, uh, gold and diamonds shop, which is particularly which is only for diamonds. And if you see this outlet anywhere, you might have seen this Carrot Line partnership with Tata. Like this, it would have been mentioned. Have you observed this? Is a Carrot Lane is a product or company of Tata. Yes, it is a part of groups of company operating as a subsidiary under Titan Company Limited, making its Caratlin a Tata product. Okay, see this? It is a subsidiary company, which is the parent company. Parent company is Titan Company Limited. Okay, previously it was a separate company. Now this business Tata Groups has acquired, but still we call this as it is a subsidiary company. Okay, so subsidiary company where you will be having a shares, and those shares you will be calling here. Okay, Tata has invested in a Carrot Lane, so this will become a part of Tata Groups. This becomes part of Tata Groups of company. So if a Tata is having any shares, if a Tata Groups is holding a shares, majority of shares, right? If the Tata Groups is holding a shares more than 51%, then this person will be a authorized person. Authorized person for making a decision. Then next one, we have business. That is a business which is started in same country or some other countries. So in small way, I just convey that branches means you are starting a outlet in many places. Many places. Take it here. Suppose I have this Tata consultancy. Okay, let's take here. We have a company that is ITC, sorry, TCS, Tata Consultancy Services. So this is having a branches in Bangalore, then Hyderabad, excuse me. So Tata is having a branches in Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, Kolkata. So whichever you are starting it, whichever the place you are starting it within India, then we will consider as branches. But you must also think of one more thing. Though it is a branches, it is not located in a same state. All these things is not located in a same state. It is located in different state. So when it is located in different state, yes, you can make all the reports as one report, all the financial report as one report. Which financial report? Like balance sheet, profit and loss, all this report you can make it for all the branches as one report. But what will happen? There is something where it will be related to sales, or it will be related to state tax. Two types of tax. We have a central government and we have a state government. If something which you have to pay to the state government in that case, so any tax that you are going to pay to the state government, for that we have to get another legal registration, like for GST. So GST, if it is in a same state, no problem. Another state, if you have it, you have to take a GST registration, GST number. You have to get it for different branches because it is located in different place, different state, so that even that state will make a profit, which will be used, which will be taken as a tax and later used for the public welfare. So those taxes has to be registered if you are having in some other state. What if I am starting a branches in another country? So in that case, this branch I am starting where? In Singapore. If I'm starting in California, what happens? These two are different countries. First thing, different countries. For Tata Group's reference, it will become the branches. It is still a branch which we have in some other place. But the government will not accept this. Why? Because for government, it need a separate things. Suppose see, even you will have some documentation process before joining to college, before attending exams. There are so many procedures, documents, forms which we have to fill. Same way, same way, if I am going to start a business in another place, and that place must be well. Okay, well, it has to occupy. If I am going to start a business there, then I must legally register my company there as per their act, and we have to follow their instructions only. Suppose, suppose if I'm starting a business in California, California is having a financial year. that is America. America is having a financial year January to December. Financial year is January to December. That means the current financial year is current financial year in California is 1st of January 2026. 1st of January 2026 to December, that is 31 December 2026 will be the financial year. Whereas in India, because in India we follow the financial year, that is the current financial year we have here is 1st of April 2025 to 31st of March 2026. This is the financial year. But we have to prepare, we have to create all the financial records as per this 1st of January to 31st of December and submit all these things to the USA government when we are winding up. That means when we are finishing that financial year and going for the next financial year. So last financial year 2025 reports has to be submitted for paying a tax. Then after that you can continue with the January's. So that is 2026. Now, do I have to prepare any financial reports for this financial year, which is April 2025 to March 2026? Is it required? Actually, no. We don't have to create any financial reports of California according to this. Okay, it is not required. Just maintaining a proper reporting, proper transaction, proper statement is fine for us. You don't have to do all the reports and this changes again from April to March. You don't have to create it. No one will ask. It is only required again if the members of company is asking you. Okay, no, so now the USA government will not ask for this Indian government's report, or Indian government will not ask for California's report. Only thing is when there is a financial transaction from one country to another country, in case of forex exchange rate or some taxation related, only then. Or else if you have a business completely carried on only in California, related to their transaction, related to that province, you are making a transactions, you are making a company, you do all your events only there is nothing related to another country or what, in that case not at all required to maintain the report. Okay, it is only for that particular state or that particular country which are the reports is required. Those things you will have to submit it. Then after this branches. Okay, so this branches, if I am starting this branches in another country, for us, as per a rule, we will consider as individual business unit only, because we are going to maintain a separate account for this. So we have understood what is groups of company, what is a company, what is a branches. Now how this is going to work in SAP. In SAP, we have something called as enterprise structure. Enterprise structure. Now, what is this enterprise structure? You will be having groups of company. Then you will be having individual business unit. Then you will be having a branches. subsidiary company. Okay, how we are going to treat this? Let me show you this. So look at this. MCC is having a groups of company. Under this groups of company, I am having four companies, which is MCC institution, MCC NGO, MCC digital private limited, MCC finance. Now take that this digital private limited is having a branches. Okay, it is having a branches in Bangalore. It is having a branches in Mysore. It is having a branches in Mumbai. It is having a branches in some other place. Like if you take it, suppose if you are taking this in uh, Australia. Australia. Now what will happen? This Australia is considered as business. Okay, this business has to be registered, so it is another company. So you will say that this the MCC is another company, MCC Digital. How we are going to do? As per the province of Australia, you have to register it. Okay, if you are having a subsidiary company, in case if you're having a subsidiary company, so then what you have to do? Suppose let me take here. Okay, if NICT computer education, though it is a different name, MCC business people are having a shares in NICT computer education, that means that will also become your another business. Same way, I am giving another example like Tata Groups. Tata Groups, Tata Power, Tata ITC, Tata Motors, Carrot Lane. So you can take however you want. Having a factory in Bangalore for manufacturing, having a factory in Mandya, then I have a factory for this in UAE. Now what this UAE is? It is another unit. It is another business unit registration. You have to do it in UAE as Tata ITC. Okay, this is a group company. This is a group company. MCC is a group company. Tata is a group company. And all these are having a branches. So let me give a different color for branches. But this is also branches. We can't consider it as the branches, right? So what we will do, I'm choosing the another color of shades where it is from another sector. So group company is an example have given you for MCC groups and Tata groups. Now we have groups of company, individual business unit and branches in some other country we will consider as another business unit, which means we will treat this as the same thing. So it is also another business unit which is registered as per that country rules. Till these things, if you have any doubts, anybody having a doubts, you can ask your doubts. If no doubts, you can drop it as one in a chat box. Okay. So since there is no doubts, you received. I will be sharing yesterday's notes because yes, it is ready, but I was not having a time to share it with you. Tomorrow I'll share you yesterday's note and today's notes together. Okay, I'll be sharing you. Don't worry. I have a notes ready, but I didn't get a time to share it. I have to update today's notes and I'll share it together. And um, have you heard about credit limit? Credit limit? What it is? Can anyone say what is credit limit?
It is the maximum amount to which you can borrow.
Which you can borrow. Okay. Any other answer? Any other answer you have? Okay. See, for better example for this credit limit is the credit card. We can say it as credit card or overdraft facility. Overdraft facility. Okay. Credit card and overdraft facility. So why I'm saying you this, if you are having a credit card, you will have certain limit to use a money. Say suppose you have a credit card and they are giving you a limit up to 2 lakhs you can use it, or up to 3 lakhs you can use it. In case of business it will be more. I'm just giving you 2 lakhs. So if I don't have any money, I'm going to pay it using my credit card, or I'm going to buy it using my credit card. Fine. Then there is a set of limits is also given, which is a days. So within that month itself, if you are paying, say example, this is January. In January 2026 you are making a purchase, and then those amount you have to settle it off within 30 days. Then there is no interest. But the same thing, if you are going to make no interest, if you're going to pay it, if you're going to pay after 30 days, right? In case of after 30 days, in case of after 30 days, what you have to do? In case of after 30 days, you will have to repay it. Pay amount used, or whichever you made a purchase used, with interest you have to do. The same thing here also. Just an example, there was a balance available. I was having a balance of 80,000 in my account, but need to pay. So I need to pay to some party, maybe my supplier, customer, someone. I need to pay them. So what I am doing, I have to pay some another amount, say 1,50,000. In this case, what I will do, I will pay. So 1,50,000 I have to pay. I am a facility, having a facility of overdraft up to 2 lakhs. Same example, 2 lakhs. That means I'm already having here the balance of 80,000, which is my money. I'm using the balance which one, which is 1,50,000 minus 80,000 is the money which I'm using of a bank. How much it is? Is it 70,000? Yes? No? 1,50,000 minus 80,000? What is the answer? You can calculate and tell me. 1,50,000 minus 80,000.
70,000.
70,000.
So that means 70,000 I'm using a money of a bank. And same thing, this one I have to pay within this number of days. When I'm paying within this number of days, no interest. If not, after, if I'm paying, I have to pay it with interest in this case also. And another concept is credit days. So most probably you would have heard about this in your accounting terms, credit days. So credit days means you can make a purchase. In case if you are making a purchase from a supplier, today is 21 January 2026, you made a purchase for some amount, say take it as 50,000. You need to pay this. Okay, you need to pay this within 15 days. So that is that number of days which is given for you to pay it off is 15 days. Another purchase, say example, I made a purchase for this on, mm, let's me take here as 10th of January. 10th of January I made it, within 15 days I have to pay. Another purchase I'm also doing it from, maybe from the same person, take an example, and this time I'm making a purchase for 30,000 on 12th of January. Again I'm making a purchase on another one. So I made this purchase on 20, and again today I'm also making a purchase on 21st. You can make at whatever the amount you are going to make a purchase. So let me take it here as 60,000 and here as 20,000. So now what happens in the first case, the due date 15 days means the due date is on when? February 4th, if I'm not wrong. Due date comes on Feb 26. So that means from 10th to 20th, 20th to 30th, 20, okay, 30th. So that means I have to make this as 25th. So 10 to 20, 20 to 25. So 25 of January. 25 of January is a due date. And here what happens? In the second case, we have to calculate this 12th, 15 days. In that case, what will be the due date?
27 Jan.
Yes, 27th Jan 2026. Okay. Now, next one, this one again 20th year for purchasing. So this becomes 4th of February and this is 5th of February. What happens here? So it is a terms that is agreed between the two parties, buyer and the seller. A buyer and seller will agree this term saying that we will be paying within 15 days, within 30 days, within 10 days. So same thing you have to maintain. In case if you're not paying within 15 days, then that person, the seller, may charge you a interest also. Maybe if he wants to give you a grace period of another 2 days 3 days, he may give. If he is not giving, in that case you will be uh, charged a interest on that number of days excess you are going to take for paying the value. Okay, so this is all we have discussed. Now I have to start with the practical. Before I start with the practical, the software which is installed to you, did you get the username and a password? Whoever has got installed, username and password you have received? Say yes if you have received. You can put in chat also.
No, ma'am, I didn't receive anything.
Only installation he has done.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am,
ma'am.
only installation.
So username and password is not informed to you. Okay.
Not-
Did he show you which is the software?
Yes, ma'am, he did.
Okay. Another question is, now when I start doing the class, okay, so after I finish the step, do you want to try the same thing simultaneously with me, or after class you will practice?
Ma'am, simultaneously.
Okay, because the thing is, when we start using it, maybe your system performance may be slow. So you can do what? You can connect it through the phone or try it 1 or 2 days. Means if you're connecting through the laptop also, I have no problem. Check it out. If the performance is good, then you continue. If not, you let me know what we can do it. That we will decide. Okay. So because since I was not available with this particular software, I will show you this login procedure and the practical in a next session. Okay. So that's the reason I showed you all the theory part, which we are going to configure practically in the next coming session. So before I have, instead of starting that and again stopping in between, I want you to complete with the theory, all the theory things which I'm going to explain. So those things have explained you. After explaining, we will directly enter into configuring this enterprise structure. So in SAP, we have to see how to log in. We will see how to log in, and if I have to log in, how much time it will take. There are two things: login procedures and continuing procedures. So both I will show you. After logging in, enterprise structure, we have to create a company and groups of company. Okay, yeah, I wanted to see you this. Enterprise structure. In enterprise structure, we create a groups of company. This groups of company in SAP, it is called as company. Then we will create a individual business unit. Separate businesses. This one in SAP, we call it as company code. Then we have a subsidiary company. Subsidiary company is also considered as company code. Then if you're starting a branches in same country, we call it as business area. We call it as business area. And then branches in another country, we call it the same thing as company code. So those things we have discussed, we have to do it practically. Then you have credit control area. Credit control area. Credit control area means it is a credit limit. Okay, it is a credit limit. And here what we have understood is the balance which I am going to pay the over of amount. But in SAP, the credit limit is different. What does it mean? Credit limit means we are making a expenses, income, or we have a customers. The main motive of business is what? It is a trade. We must have a trade. After trade only we will receive money. How? We will be having bills receivable, right? So if I make a purchase, I have to pay it. If I make a sales, I have to receive it. So in that case, if the customers has to pay me, if I have to receive a fund from my customers, and since we are giving the credit days, number of days limits we are giving, or we are giving the amount that they are supposed to pay. Say example, I have a customer, Mr. A, he has to pay me some 5 lakhs. I have a customer, Mr. D, so he has to pay me 30 lakhs. And there is another person, Mr. R, and this person has to pay me some 10 lakhs. So, if this was the situation, without receiving this money, how I will manage my business? How can I run my business? So, I will say that if I am not able to receive a money from any of my customers up to some extent, say suppose if I have a money up to some 15 lakhs, if I don't receive a money, I can still manage to run my business. Though I have not yet received, I may have some cash balance or bank balance. With that, I can somehow manage to run my business with the limit of 15 lakhs. So this 15 lakhs we are specifying here, saying that up to this extent I can manage my business. After this, I must make sure that I will be collecting all the outstanding amount from my customers. So this we have to do. So credit control we have. So we call it as credit control area, setting a credit limit for outstanding of customers to manage business. Okay, all these things we will be discussing practically. So far, any doubts? If you have, you can ask me. Anybody having a doubt? If you have a doubt, please ask me. If no doubts, please mention in the chat box as one for no doubts. Aditya. Okay. Only Aditya? Okay. Someone has given me a message. Okay. So all the things what we have discussed and the login procedure, because I need to confirm what is the username and password has been given for your classes, like your batches. I'll have to inquire with the person who has installed the software, and login procedure and whatever we have discussed about the company creation, all these things tomorrow we will start do it. Okay, from here afterwards all your classes will be at the same timing, 6:30. Okay, 6:30 to 8. Is it fine for everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine then. So that's all for today. We will continue in tomorrow's session with the practical.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Welcome.